Welcome back everyone to Intelligence Check, your favorite tabletop show on games that don't exist yet but are getting crowdfunded. I'm your ruggishly handsome host, Matters. Did you know the horizon is 2.9 miles away on average for metric system users out there, or rather everywhere besides the United States? That's about 4.7 kilometers. Now, did you know Horizon Zero Dawn is coming out with the board game? As you guessed from the title of this video, again, ruining the surprise, Steamforged Games is bringing to us my favorite video game as a board game. Steamforged Games are the lovely gals and guys who brought us Resident Evil 2 and Dark Souls the board game. So needless to say, they have some experience bringing my favorite games to the tabletop universe. And I messed up gals and guys. I don't know what. Anyways, while the game has been on Kickstarter since September 6th, which is like 5 days ago, it's already over $1 million. That's a whole lot of money. In fact, I think I could use some. Anyways, they only asked for 200,000, so sitting at 400% of their goal, I think it's safe to say they have a pretty successful campaign. Steamforged has only set a singular pledge tier, minus the early bird, and it's €100, around $130, which is not a bad deal. This comes with, of course, the base game, the Sacred Land expansion, the Lawless Badlands expansion, and a Kickstarter exclusive Aloy, and all the stretch goals. Which, speaking of, there is a lot of stretch goals unlocked already. If that content doesn't fulfill your need to hunt robotic dinosaurs, there's a couple of optional buys, such as the Frozen Wilds, Thunderjaw, and the Fireclaw expansions, just to name a few. This content adds a new creature to conquer with new cards to rules and tiles to adventure through. While there's really no all-in pledge, you can expect to pay upwards of $300 to get all in and get all the content offered through the Kickstarter. Now let's talk about the minis. To talk about them is important. I'm sure a lot of you are going to back this game because, well, it's Horizon Zero Dawn. Now it sounds like Steamforged will be spending a lot of time making sure the minis are just right. And because of this, and their close collaboration with Guerrilla, the developers, I'm super excited to see what they are bringing to the table and the detail that they have in their minis. One of the things I enjoy about the minis is the scale that they do portray, meaning there's a wide variety of different sized minis depending on the size of the creature. The humans are way smaller compared to the Thunderjaw, which is comparative to size to the Billowback. It's great seeing the sense of scale through the board game and the minis that you have. So let's talk about the gameplay. You are a warrior. Whether it be a Nora outcast or a Karja warrior, your goal is the same: to survive. You must work together to achieve victory. Why? Well, if one of you fall during the game, everyone loses. But don't think your allies aren't going to be thinking for themselves. This is a board game after all, because there can only be one victor. The one with the most sun tokens will claim total victory. The way you earn your suns is through proving your worth and defeating the treacherous creatures that roam the land. Each hunter has different strengths and different weaknesses. This is represented by their deck. Quick note, the only way to play as Aloy is by backing the campaign, so keep that in mind. The base game has 4 hunters to choose from, and 2 added from the expansions, and more have been unlocked through the various stretch goals. With your hunter chosen, it's time to explore the beautiful land that is, well, the land of Horizon Zero Dawn. This is accomplished by the tracking deck. Now there are options. You can take the easy path with little resistance, or the hard way. The hard way, you will encounter creatures and resources aplenty. These resources will be used to buy weapons at a merchant and to boost your attacks. Just like the video game, combat requires the power of your brain. Timing of your attacks is crucial. Hunters are able to sneak in tall grass to gain upper hand and strike at the perfect opportunity. Too soon, you'll alert the other creatures. Too late, and the creature will leave the board and you'll fail that encounter and lose all your resources. As with the video game, creatures are on a patrol track and you can use this to be a tactical advantage for them. Creatures, while fierce, do exhibit weaknesses. Pieces can be destroyed, resources can be gathered. However, some creatures need to be defeated quickly because, well, they will destroy you otherwise. The game is set up in encounter rounds, meaning you'll face a number of creatures in an encounter, which you must slay. Then between these encounters, you can visit a merchant and buy new gear. The higher the difficulty, the better the merchant. See how that works? The way the merchant works is you can buy gear, stock up potions to bolster your deck, as well as level up, which is different between the hunters. You get different skills depending on the hunter that you're using. Gameplay seems easy. Encounter, merchant, follow. However, the game gives you plenty of mechanics to customize the experience and create a unique and tailored adventure for your skill level and your desires. Sorry guys, no story here, which as much as I'm sad to hear that, I'm really just going to enjoy being back in the Horizon universe. So, I'm going to have fun with my Aloy Mini. Now, here is the bad news. You're looking at March 2020 when you actually receive the board game. Now, that is pretty far away. Gameplay seems varied enough that I am still extremely excited for it. Minis look amazing. The price is pretty perfect. It's Horizon Zero Dawn. The board game is shaping up to be one heck of a tabletop experience. I'm excited for it. Leave a comment down below if you're going to be backing the Horizon Zero Dawn, the board game Kickstarter, and what you are most excited for. I'll leave a link to the Kickstarter down below. I'm not being sponsored to do this. I'm just really excited for this board game. Please like, and if you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, like it too. Subscribe and share with your friends. I'm Matters, and I'm your host for Intelligence Check. Have a great day, be safe, and adios.